Begin this evening in Jakarta, Indonesia, where President Park Geun-hye is in the midst of a three-day state visit.
There, she emphasized the need for a comprehensive economic partnership agreement with Indonesia and toured a local center of a Korean shipbuilding company. Our presidential office correspondent Oh Jin-joo has more on what her so-called sales diplomacy.
It was just last year that Korea and Indonesia set a goal of reaching $100 billion in bilateral trade by the year 2020. President Park, during a business investment forum in Jakarta on Friday, reaffirmed this goal and said the two nations should take specific actions to reach the target. In particular, she emphasized the importance of the two nations signing a comprehensive economic partnership agreement, or CEPA, as soon as possible.
양국 경제의 동반 성장에 기여할 수 있는 다양한 분야의 협력을 포괄해서 상생형 경제 협정의 새로운 모델을 제시하게 될 것입니다.
President Park also put great emphasis on increasing investment. Senior Presidential Secretary for Economic Affairs Cho Won-dong told reporters that as Indonesia mostly sells raw materials to Korea, a free trade pact on goods would not offer much benefit to that country. So he said President Park put forth Korean investment in Indonesia as a selling point for why Indonesia should sign the CEPA with Korea. Later in the day, President Park toured the local engineering center of Teo Shipbuilding and Marine Engineering. The company won bids to export 3 submarines to the Southeast Asian country last December and stands as a model of cooperation between the two nations in the defense industry. Indonesia is currently pushing ahead with a so-called master plan to accelerate economic development by enhancing connectivity between more than 17,000 islands that make up the archipelago. Plans for major infrastructure projects are underway here in Indonesia, and many Korean companies are seeking to participate in them. President Park, as part of her sales diplomacy, will be calling on the Indonesian government to support these companies so they can take part in the national project. Oh Jin-joo, Arirang News, Jakarta.